Nobody prepares you for this. Starting over after 40. After years of building something. After a marriage. After a relationship you thought was forever. After a loss that changed everything about who you thought you were. And now here you are. Looking at your life and thinking, who am I now? Is it too late? Can I actually do this again? I want to answer that directly. Honestly. And with everything psychology knows about second chances, resilience and the remarkable capacity of the human heart. Because the answer is not what fear is telling you. Imagine someone who is 47. Sitting in a house that used to feel like home. The relationship is over. The future they planned, gone. And what surprises them most is not the sadness. It is the silence. The strange unfamiliar feeling of a life that suddenly has no shape. No script. No next chapter already written. And alongside the grief, something else. Something they almost feel guilty for noticing. A quiet, terrifying, unexpected feeling of possibility. That is not denial. That is not avoidance. That is your psyche, your deepest self, already beginning to orient toward what comes next. Because here is what psychology consistently shows us about starting over after 40. It is not the ending people fear it is. For many, it is the beginning of the most honest, most intentional, most genuinely alive chapter of their entire lives. Psychologist Erik Erikson studied human development across the entire lifespan. And what his research showed is remarkable. The years between 40 and 65, what he called the generativity stage, are not years of decline. They are years of profound psychological potential. Years where human beings are most capable of deep self-understanding, meaningful connection, and genuine reinvention. Your brain at 40 plus is not less capable of love. It is actually more capable of the right kind of love. Because you know yourself in ways you simply did not at 25. You know what you need. What you will no longer accept. What actually matters. Research also shows that people who form relationships after 40 report higher levels of emotional satisfaction, not lower. Because they bring something to love that younger versions of themselves could not. Clarity. Patience. A bone-deep understanding of what connection actually requires. Starting over after 40 is not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. And that is a completely different thing. And I want to acknowledge something before we go further. The loss is real. The grief deserves to be honored, not rushed past in the name of moving forward. Years of a shared life. A version of yourself that existed inside that relationship. Plans that will not happen the way you imagined. Those things deserve to be grieved, fully and honestly. Because here is what psychology teaches us about grief and new beginnings. They are not opposites. They happen simultaneously. You can grieve what was, and still slowly, gently begin to open toward what comes next. Both are true at the same time. And both deserve space. So what do you actually do? Here is where we get honest and practical. Step 1, give yourself permission to not know yet. One of the most damaging things people do after starting over is immediately trying to figure out what comes next. Who they will meet. What their life will look like. What the plan is. But the most important thing you can do in the early stages of starting over is simply, be. Let the dust settle. Let yourself exist without a defined shape for a while. That uncertainty, as uncomfortable as it feels, is where genuine self-discovery happens. Step 2, reintroduce yourself to yourself. After years in a relationship, especially a long one, many people realize they have lost track of who they are outside of it. What they enjoy. What they want. What makes them feel alive. Start small. One thing you used to love that you stopped doing. One curiosity you never followed. One version of yourself you set aside. And now have permission to revisit. Step 3. Resist the pressure of timelines. Society has a script. And after 40 that script gets louder. You should be settled by now. You should have figured this out. It is getting late. That script is wrong. And you do not have to follow it. Human beings are not on a deadline for love. Research consistently shows that meaningful connection can happen at any age. And that the connections formed later in life are often the deepest, most conscious, and most lasting. Step 4. Let your experience be your foundation, not your burden. Everything you have been through, every relationship, every loss, every hard lesson, is not baggage. It is knowledge. It is the raw material of wisdom. And wisdom, brought honestly into a new beginning, is one of the most powerful things a person can offer. Starting over after 40 is not a consolation prize. It is not the backup plan. It is not evidence that something went wrong with you. It is an invitation to build something more honest than what came before. To love with eyes wide open. To choose, consciously, deliberately, with full awareness, who and what deserves your time, your heart, your presence. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are someone who has lived. Who has loved. Who has lost. And who has chosen, despite all of that, to still believe that something real is possible. That is not weakness. That is one of the most courageous things a human being can do. If this spoke to something you are living right now, drop a heart in the comments. Tell me where you are in your journey. I read every single one. Subscribe to Psychology of Attraction. New video coming very soon. Take care of your heart. I will see you in the next one.